Let's go ahead and start in child's pose at the back of our mats, please. Today I'm going to ask you to have your knees slightly apart, a little bit wider than hips distance, so that you can snuggle your torso in between your knees. Bring your big toes together and sink your hips down on the heels, arms outstretched in front of you, palms face down, forehead to the ground. And let your elbows soften to the mat as well. Relax your jaw. Just take these first couple of moments to settle. Begin to feel the weight of your body sinking down onto your mat. Really become aware of your presence on your mat. See if you can pick up any smells. Maybe you can even smell your mat. Anything else inside the room you're occupying? What sounds can you hear? No need to really be carried away by them, but rather just notice the sounds around you. Maybe you begin to hear your breathing. And begin to feel the gentle expansion and contraction of your lungs. Bring your mind's eye to your fingertips. Feel the tops of your hands, palms, wrists, forearms, inner elbows. Run up the upper arms to the tops of your shoulders. Trace your spine all the way down to the hook of your tailbone. Feel your belly, your hip creases, the tops of your thighs, the backs of your thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, the tops of the feet, the soles of your feet, and all 10 of your toes. Bring your mind's eye to the top of your head, slide down your forehead to the tip of your nose. Touch base with your lips, your chin, and come back down to the belly. Take a slow, deep, expansive inhale through your nose. Let it go out your mouth. One more deep inhale through your nose. Feel your spine lift. Out your mouth. Exhale. Come up to all fours. Tabletop, please. Shoulders stack over your wrists. Hips stack over your knees. Knees are hips distance apart. We're going to warm up the wrists first. So spread your fingers wide. Grip the mat with all 10 fingers as you create circles with your shoulders over your wrists in one direction. Really plug in your finger pads. And we'll draw circles in the opposite direction. Now stack your shoulders directly over your wrists. Turn your hands around so your fingers point towards your knees and tuck your toes under. Now gently sink your hips back towards your heels until you find the edge of sensation in your wrists. We're opening up the bottoms of the wrists and waking up the toes right now. Bring your shoulders to stack over the wrists, shake your hands out, release the tops of your feet down, and step back to plank pose, upper push-up position. Shoulders stack over those wrists still, heels press back. Really tighten up your abdominals. Notice if your chest is falling in between your shoulders. Imagine you're pushing the earth away, drawing your chest up without doming the upper spine. Always feel welcome to lower your knees in this shape for support. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Staying in down dog. Bend your right knee, sink your left heel down. Just open up your left calf here. And bend your left knee, sink your right heel down. Bring your feet hips distance apart. Make sure your hands are shoulders distance apart. Ears line up with your upper arms. With a soft bend to your knees, pull your low belly in towards your hips. And as your hands press the mat down and away from you, send your hips diagonally back and up to create space in your lower back. Maintain that space as you straighten your legs a little bit, drifting your heels a little bit closer to the earth. On an inhale, drift forward to plank pose. And exhale, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Just a little movement in the spine. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to roll your spine if you want. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale to plank, lean forward. This time, bend your elbows, lower halfway, pause at chaturanga. Squeeze your elbows in, and now lower all the way down to the mat. Release your forehead to the earth, release the tops of your feet down. Keep your palms outside your low ribs. On an inhale, peel your chest and head up off the mat for baby cobra. Exhale, lower your forehead down. Inhale, baby cobra, peel up, roll your shoulder heads back. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Keep breathing, but pause up in baby cobra. Maybe your hands drift up. Maybe your feet drift up. Maybe your big toes come together. Take a few breaths here. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower everything down. Tuck your toes, press back to downward dog. From down dog, walk your hands all the way back to your feet at the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet out a little bit wider than hips distance. Turn your toes out so your heels are turned in. Bend your knees, squat down, malasana. Bring your palms to prayer at your heart. Elbows inside of your knees, gently pressing them outwards. Draw your tailbone down, crown of your head reaches up. Now, if you like, I'm gonna offer you a wrist variation. You can take one of your hands and turn your fingers down, pressing the top of one wrist into the palm of your other hand. So you're gonna stretch the hand that's facing down. And if you'd like, you can switch sides. Maybe your left palm is up and your right palm is down. And wherever you're at, release both hands in front of you, in front of your mat. As you straighten your legs, turn your heels outward so that your feet are parallel. Fold. So keeping this wide stance, inhale, half lift, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, glance out. And exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet in so that they're hips distance apart now. Knees are slightly bent. Grab a hold of opposite elbows for ragdoll. Relax your head and neck. Bend your knees enough so that your belly touches your thighs to protect your back. And switch the hold of your elbows. Maybe you nod your head, yes, today. Yes, that feels nice. And release your hands down to the mat. Keep that bend in your knees. Pull your low belly in, one vertebrae at a time. Roll on up. And once you come all the way up, roll your shoulder heads into your ears, back and down. Walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank, lean forward, bend the elbows, lower all the way down to the mat. Release the tops of your feet down, baby cobra. Take an inhale, heel your chest up. And exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Make sure your right toes face the earth here to square off your hips. Right hip is at the same level as your left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Shoulder stacked over the wrists and pause. Step the right foot in between your hands. Keep your left hand down. Put your right arm up to the sky for a twist. Make sure that your right knee is stacked directly over your right ankle here. Maybe your gaze looks up towards your right hand. And reach your right arm up and overhead. Reach for the front of the room. Palm rotates towards your face. Grow your left ribs long towards the front of your mat and then roll them up to the sky. Set your right hand down outside your right foot. Inhale your right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, bend your right knee, roll your right hip over your left. So your torso is still in down dog, but your right knee is lifting to open up that hip. Inhale, come up high on your left toes. Exhale the right foot forward in between your hands. Drop the back knee, release the toes. Inhale, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. A few moments here as we release the front of the left hip. Inhale, reach up a little higher. Exhale, hands to the mat. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Pause here for a second. And take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Shoulder stack over the wrist. And step your left foot forward in between your hands. Keep your right hand down. Left arm reaches up for that twist. Keep your back leg active here and draw your left outer hip back towards the back of your mat. Right hand presses down as your left arm reaches up, creating space in between those shoulder blades. Keep that, reach your left arm up and over. Set your left hand down outside your left foot. Inhale your left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulder stack over your wrists. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, no rush. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. This time, exhale, bend your left knee, roll your left hip over your right. Stay evenly anchored in both arms. Inhale, come up high on your right toes. Exhale, left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your back knee, release the toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, come on up. Send that energy to the front of your right hip to relax into it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come up high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward past your hands. Walk, step, or jump lightly to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold with the same flat back. Inhale, reach up, stand up, Tadasana. Exhale, palms to prayer. Arms drift down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or float back to soft elbow, lower chaturanga. Flip the toes over. Inhale, gently straighten your arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Down dog. Sun salutation series A. If you'd like to chill out in child's pose, please feel welcome to do so, but we'll move through this a few times. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, palms to prayer. Arms drift down, inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, high on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, palms together. Hands drift down and then reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you're in child's pose, please meet us in downward dog. And always feel welcome to take a child's pose throughout your practice. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale the right foot forward in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise up for crescent. Stay soft in your left knee here. Scoop your tailbone beneath you, so you're bringing your hips to stack beneath your shoulders. And once you have this alignment of your hips beneath the shoulders, go ahead and press your left heel back a little bit, straightening out your back leg. Look 12 inches in front of your right foot. For balance, you're going to stand up onto your right leg and bring your left knee into your heart. Woo. Once we're here, gently straighten your left leg. Maybe it becomes straight. Maybe it's just a little bent like mine. Really heavy in your inner right foot. Bring your right hand to your right hip. And use your left hand to stuff the sole of your left foot into your inner right thigh for tree pose. Wherever you're at, make sure your left foot is not on your right knee. Go ahead and reach your arms up and overhead. Inner right thigh pushes against the left foot and vice versa. Bring your palms to prayer at your heart. In your mind's eye, see warrior 3. Lower your chest as you extend your left leg back behind you. Oh boy. Think uppercase T shape with your body. If you'd like, you can reach your arms back behind you or place your hands on blocks here for support. Bend your right knee deeply, step your left foot to the back for crescent. Spin your back heel down, warrior 2. Open up your arms to the sides, palms face down. Find that 90-degree angle in your front knee. Left toes turn forward 10 degrees. Your chest opens to the left. Your gaze looks forward past the right fingertips. Straighten your front leg. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips and step your left foot in just a foot. So you have 3 feet in between your feet, and turn your left toes to face as far forward as you can. Make sure your feet are on train tracks. Bring your left arm up and overhead. Bend the elbow, bring your left hand in between your shoulder blades. Reach your right arm back behind. Maybe your hands catch one another for Gomukhasana arms. Maybe just grab your t-shirt. Pull in your belly. Start to tip forward. Stay soft in your right knee. And pause when your spine starts to round. That's your limit. Breathe. Guide your right hip crease back. And come on up. Release the arms. Step your left foot up to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank and pause here. Bring your right knee into your chest. Step the right foot forward in between your hands. Spin your back heel down, leading with your left arm. Open back up, warrior 2. Stay in that 90-degree angle in your right knee. Flip your right palm up and reverse your warrior. Right arm up and slightly back. Opening up your right side. Left hand is light. Set your right forearm on top of your right thigh. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Supported, extended side angle. Now drape the left arm behind your back. Half bind. Maybe your left hand catches a hold of your right thigh, maybe not. And you might bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot or stay up where you are, doesn't matter. Anchor down into your feet, warrior two. Unwind however you like. And we'll straighten the front leg gently. Inhale, hinge your hips back, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, right hand to your right shin, left arm to the sky for triangle. Try to find long ribs here rather than rainbow arching your right ribs away from the earth. Try to glide them forward so you create chopsticks with the sides of your body. Stay soft in your right knee. Look 12 inches in front of your right foot. Slide your right fingertips there. As you shift your weight into your right left leg lifts up, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe your right hand is up on a block here. Flex your left toes and turn them towards the left side wall. Think about really stacking your left hip over your right. And it's okay to wobble and fall, please remember that. Bend your right knee deeply, warrior two. And from warrior two, we straighten the front leg again. Bring your hands to your hips. Once again, step your left foot in a little bit, turn your left toes towards the front of the room. Hips are trying to become square to the front. Now listen carefully. I'm gonna guide you to a twisted triangle, pyramid, excuse me. So lean forward with a long spine. You're still soft in your right knee. Let your left arm fall. So it's just dangling right now. Place your left hand on a block or to your right shin. And maybe you stay here, or if you would like, you can start twisting your heart to the right. And eventually your right arm might go up to the sky. But remember, any variation is fine. We're just trying to wring out the spine here. Anchor into the outer edge of your left foot. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale the left foot forward in between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, rise up, crescent. So we'll soften the back knee here like we did before. Just make sure your hips are not tipping forward. Bringing your chest forward accidentally. And press your right heel back. Look 12 inches in front of your left foot for balance. Stand up on your left leg, bring your right knee in towards your heart. Maybe you straighten your right leg to a degree. And rebend your right knee, left hand to your left hip. Right hand will catch the right ankle to stuff the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Snuggle it in, and if you like, you can reach your arms up to the sky. Taper your right knee out to the right. Bring your palms together at your heart. Think warrior three. Extend your right leg back as your heart tips forward to the height of your hips. Imagine your right heel is reaching back, 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 and you're launching the crown of your head forward. Bend your left knee deeply, crescent pose. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, reach your arms up. And spin your back heel down for warrior two. Arms reach out to the sides. Soften the tops of your shoulders here. And bring your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg. Step your right foot in a foot. So 3 to 4 feet in your stance. Turn your right toes as far forward as you can without picking up the outer edge of the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your right arm up. Bend the elbow, right hand drops down, left arm reaches back. Maybe you catch those fingers with a long spine and a tight belly. Start to fold at your hips and pause when your spine starts to round. Be very soft in your left knee. And come on back up. Release your arms, step your right foot up to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat and pause and plank. Bring your left knee into your chest. Step the left foot forward in between your hands. Spin your back heel down, leading with your right arm. Open up, warrior two. So I'm just going to turn around here so you can see my body more. But from warrior two, flip your left palm up and reverse your warrior. Left arm up and slightly back. And bring your left forearm on top of your left thigh. Reach your right arm up and over. Long sides of the waist. Keep your left shoulder head out of your left ear. And drape the right arm behind your back for a half bind. Think about rolling your right shoulder over your left. You can stay here, or if you like, you might slide your left hand to the inside of your left foot for a deeper variation. Warrior two, unravel. And straighten your front leg. Inhale, hinge your hips back. Reach your left arm forward. Exhale, left hand to your left shin. Reach your right arm up to the sky. For triangle, try to taper your left outer hip back towards your right heel. And that's going to swing your body so that the back of your skull lines up with your tailbone. And look 12 inches in front of your left foot. Slide your left fingertips there for half moon. Shift your weight into your left foot. Right leg takes off to the height of your hips. Breathe some space in between your shoulder blades. Warrior two, bend your left knee deeply, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg. Right foot pops forward a foot. Turn those right toes to face the front of your mat. Square your hips to the front of the mat. And we begin to descend forward with the heart. And keeping the spine long, let your right hand hang. Place your right hand on a block here or place the right hand on your left shin. Do or don't, follow the twist to your left. If you like, left arm reaches up to the sky as well. Keep breathing. A few more moments. And we're done. Hands to the mat, step your left foot back to plank. Do or don't, take your last vinyasa, and we will meet and finish in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. Lower to your knees, child's pose. Whatever variation you like. Let's go ahead and catch up with your breath here. We're gonna find pigeon. So press back to downward dog for a second. Just for transition's sake. And from down dog, slide your right knee to your outer right wrist. Let the right foot fall. Drop the back knee, scoot it back a few inches, and then release the top of your left foot down. Make sure your right knee is angled out. It's not in front of you. And then if you like, you might go down to your forearms or stay up here. You might consider placing a supportive prop under your right hip. Notice if you're taking all of the tension that you feel in your hips and displacing them into other parts of your body. So can you relax your jaw? Relax your shoulders, unclench your fists. Really lean into this stillness and passivity. Come up to your hands one at a time. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee up, step back to downward dog. If you want to shake out your right leg, do that now. And we'll switch sides. Slide the left knee outside your left wrist. Left foot falls more or less above the right hip crease. Scoot your right knee back. Release the right toes. And do or don't lower as you wish. And just take a second to notice the difference between the sides of your body. One is most likely tighter than the other. And just practice accepting it exactly as it is. Come up to your hands one at a time. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee up. Step back to downward dog. Shake out your left leg. And drop both knees. And I'd like you to face the wide side of your mat and find a wide-legged seat. So as long as your heels are on the mat, that's fine. Just make sure your heels are not on hard wood if that's what's in your home, because that's uncomfortable. Toes generally face up. And go ahead and scoot forward a touch so that you're at a sensation, sort of feeling a sensation in your inner groin. No pain. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist to the right and fold over your right leg. For some of you, it might be deeper than others. Maybe you're up here, and that's okay. Just roll your left ribs towards your right thigh. That's going to help you twist your body a little bit. And just an option here, if you like, take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Keeping that reach your right fingertips back behind your right hip. So your right fingertips are still on the floor, but you're just crawling them back behind your right hip in the same diagonal line as your right leg. You'll find a nice opening on your left side body, just above the left hip. And we'll come back up to center and switch sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to your left, fold. Rotate your right ribs down to the mat, towards the left leg. And if you like, bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Slide your left fingertips behind your left hip, past your left hip. Fingertips are crawling on the earth. And come back up to center. Take a hold of the back leg, kind of like a log, just above the knee. And just bring it up to meet your front leg. Shake your legs out. Face the front of your mat completely. And roll onto your back. Bridge pose. Feet are hips distance apart, heels close to your hips. Bring your palms face down outside the hips as you lift your hips up to the sky. Roll your outer shoulders beneath you. Maybe you're able to clasp your fingertips beneath your back. Keep space in between your collarbone and your chin. Release your hands from beneath your back. Roll your spine back down to the earth. Keep your knees bent. Step your feet to the edges of your mat. So wide stance with the feet. Your knees are knocking in right now. Keep your knees bent and your feet where they are. Lower both knees to your right and place your right foot on top of your left knee like a weight. If you like, you can reach your arms up overhead. You're looking for this nice psoas stretch that'll open up the front of your left hip in addition to a moderate twist. And return the right foot back down on the mat, on the edge of the mat. Send both knees over to your left. Set your left foot on top of your right knee like a weight. Return your left foot back down on the mat. Knees come back up to center. Happy baby. Bring your knees in, hands split your inner thighs and reach for your outer feet. And gently draw those knees down towards your outer ribs. If you can't catch your feet, your hands can hold on to the backs of your thighs. Just guide your tailbone down to the mat. Try to bring the backs of your shoulders down onto the mat to find a neutral spine so that we're countering the twists that we've done today. And everybody hug the knees all the way into your chest, hands over your shins. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and hold it at the very top. If you're pregnant, please keep breathing. And exhale out the mouth. Release Shavasana. Let your legs go out to the front corners of your mat. Arms roll away from the sides. Palms face the sky. Soften your jaw. Let the tongue lull to the back of your throat as you find your final shape. Let go of any sense of movement, sense of control or expectation. Just let yourself float for the next few minutes. So stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, but I'm going to start guiding us out. In order to keep the spine somewhat neutral, in order to get out, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet down on the mat. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Now roll off to your left hand side. Bring your knees in towards your heart. And using your left arm as that pillow, let your right hand just fall to the earth in front of your heart. And with your eyes still closed, use your right hand to help yourself up to a comfortable seat, facing the front of your mat. Hands can rest wherever they like. You can sit however you like, just sit up tall. Notice your breath. Just notice its soft expansion, soft contraction. Take a second to notice the quality of your mind. Maybe some more openness in the body. Bring your palms together at your heart as a sign of gratitude towards yourself for showing up on your mat, taking care of your body and your mind so that you might better show up for others around you. Namaste.